our online store, Be Crowned Custom Extensions. Hey, for all the women who want to get beautified, make sure you check out Be Crowned Custom Units. You feel me? Be Crowned Custom Extensions. Make sure that you support the businesses with commercial ads and all the musicians that's being played. Make sure that you share, like, comment, and subscribe. I am on everything. Check me out. You feel me? If it's not Hot Seat with IC Jonez, it's definitely IC Jonez. So, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Hot Seat with IC Jonez right here on Room Service Radio. You know how it go, man. Live every Thursday and Friday, 12 to 2. You know what it do. And we're in a 1 o'clock hour right now. You feel me? So, I want to introduce my next special guest in the building. She has a mini mart drive-through right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, right on Maryland, right off of Tropicana, you feel me? And it's going up in a major way. All kind of events be popping over there. She got all kind of black-owned businesses on the shelves, you know what I mean? And it goes up like every other day over there, you know what I'm saying? So we want to talk to her, and we want to get it in and see what you're talking about, you feel me? We have the owner, Elena Smith, in the building. What's happening with it?
What's happening? How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm great. Yeah. Good to be here.
Absolutely. How long you been in Vegas?
I've been in Vegas a little over 20 years, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. We took a small break. We left here for a couple years, went back to California for a bit, and then we came back.
Okay. So you originally from Cali?
Yes.
Which part?
Born in Inglewood and raised in the Inland Empire, for those that know.
IE.
In the IE, yes. San Bernardino County. And I moved around quite a bit out there. So I've been in Fontana, Rialto, Rancho Cucamonga, Corona, East Val.
Southern California.
Yes.
Ever go upwards? You ever be in like Northern California, the Bay or Sacramento?
Actually, my family originates from Northern California. So
Okay.
I have a lot of family in Sacramento.
Okay.
Spent summers out there with my grandmother. Got family in Oakland. And, you know, just we all over Cali.
Right.
Yeah.
I see you. What brought you to Vegas?
It was 1998. Okay. And my brother, he was out here driving limos.
Okay.
So he saw me out in California going on numerous job interviews, couldn't get a gig. At my mom's house, I had 3 babies at the time, and he was like, "You just need to come to Vegas."
Okay.
Yeah, so I made that move. We just jumped up and moved out here with my brother.
Okay. How did that work out for you the first time you stepped foot in Vegas?
Honestly, just right when we touched down, I got a job.
Boom.
Boom. Like that. Working at a wedding chapel.
The commerce is beautiful.
It is, you know.
For sure.
So for me, it was a good move, you know, went in the right direction from day one.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for everybody who's watching, she owns Easy Days Drive-Through Mini Mart.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Tell me about this business you have.
So for a long time, I wanted to open a coffee shop. And I did catering in California. My daughter was sick. So I did catering and I did dessert. So when I got out here, I got back in 2012. The idea was, let me open up a coffee shop. So I ended up going to sell cars for a bit.
Okay.
And I kept saying, man, I just really want to open up my coffee shop. Okay. So pandemic hit and we're sitting around like, man, how come there's not a drive-through mini mart in Las Vegas?
Okay.
You know, with all the weather conditions here, it's hot, it's cold, you know, so then
bipolar weather.
It's bipolar, you know, so simultaneously we all came up with the idea, let's do a mini mart. And then it was like, well, let's do a drive-through mini mart. So that way people with COVID or people that don't want to go into buildings can still utilize the drive-up window, or, you know, people that, or if the city closed down, we can still stay open. We'll still be able to operate.
Absolutely. How long you been open now?
We opened December 19th, 2020. So we're just about a year and a half now.
How was that to open up? I think the pandemic was kind of still doing its thing in 2020, right?
We were dead in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah. And it was tough. I feel like it was a crazy idea. It was a crazy move.
Okay.
But, you know, that's how I operate. You know, so it had its challenges for real. Okay. And, you know, we got sick. team members got sick. We had, in the middle of trying to open things up, we had to shut down for a little bit because we were getting sick, and it was crazy. It was crazy, but we pushed through, and originally we got into the building in October, and I'm like, I'm a go person. So I'm like, okay, we're going to open in November. So I gave myself 30 days to take this abandoned building that had homeless people sleeping in front of it. Right. I was going to redo this whole building in 30 days. And we almost did, just got slowed down because someone got sick.
Okay. And then December. So what is that? Like not even still like 45 days later? Still?
Yeah. We started this project October 5th, 2020, and we opened the doors December 19th, 2020. And it was a full renovation. When I tell you, from putting up the walls and the floors and everything in there, we redid just everything in that building.
Wow. Okay, so take me back. Growing up, right? You grew up where exactly?
I'm a 70s child, and I grew up in a city called Azusa in California.
Okay.
Yeah, which is funny because Azusa at that time was mostly white and Hispanic. Okay. So there was 3 black families in the town that I lived in. Okay. So we got it.
3 black families.
3 black families. So I was born in Inglewood, but my mom was tired of all the stuff going on in Inglewood, so she moved us out to suburbia. But she picked the whitest town that she could find. Okay. So it was rough, growing up, and we was called not nigga, we were called nigger, so we really had it rough with the kids. Just, it was even the adults, the teachers, everything. It was an experience.
How long were you there?
11 years.
11 years?
My mom kept us there for 11 years.
Okay, so all my life I had to fight.
All my life.
What? How did that work for 11 years, though?
Man, it was crazy.
A lot of crying.
Yeah, and my mom, she still worked in L.A., so she left us to deal with this racism that was going on, where she went to her job in Black City and left us here with all these people that couldn't stand us because of the color of our skin. So we had it rough. And, with my siblings, it was pretty much just us. It wasn't like we had friends. It wasn't like we had an outside life. Everything was just us and what went on in our house.
Interior.
Yes.
She wanted to have
thank you.
So, I can't imagine. Like, we grew up here, and we dealt with it a little bit, but I can imagine living like that in the 1970s, in the 80s. Like, what?
1900s.
Like, what?
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm a part of that. I'm a part of that lifestyle, the 1900s.
I'm from the 1900s.
Yeah, you feel me? But, like, I can't imagine that. So, fighting or no fighting? Like, you stay in the house, like, no, because you can't really hit nobody because they're going to mob on you, or what happened? Tell me.
Fought from kindergarten. And it was kind of a situation that if I didn't fight, they were going to bully me and they were going to punk me. Okay. So I had to learn early on, and not the little girls, the little boys. And I remember kindergarten, this little kid walked up, he had a cast on his arm, and he hit me upside my head and called me a nigger. Yeah. And I tell the teacher, she told me, "Why are you being a tattletale?" Yeah, so then she made me sit in the corner for tattling. Ooh. Yeah, the teachers couldn't stand us, just the whole town. So it started there. And there was also, a large Hispanic population there, too. And they didn't like us either.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm fighting the white kids. I'm fighting the Hispanic kids. We were fighting everybody until we just really had to stomp some people out and show them, like, hey, look, it was so bad, like like I said, I started kindergarten at 4 and I'm going home and asking, everybody in my house, are we niggers? Yeah. Because I was hearing it so much. Yeah. So then my sister was like, if somebody calls you a nigger, you better take their head off. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Yeah. That was the green light for me. So it was like, okay, it's go time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You got, what's your siblings, boys, girls, all?
My oldest is, I have an older sister, 2 older sisters, and 2 older brothers, and I'm the baby.
Oh, you're the baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
So they was already going through it.
They were already going through it. The older ones, they went through it in Inglewood. So in Inglewood, the reason why my mom moved, my brother was being forced to be in a gang.
Okay.
And he was at that time, I think like 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
And then he was getting jumped, and the girls were going through some rough stuff, so she just decided, I'm not raising my kids like this.
Right.
So she took us out and, moved us into suburbia.
Then you go through that.
I didn't go through that part in Inglewood. I was little.
No, not you. I'm saying then y'all go through the racism.
Yeah. And then we go through the racism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you, about 15, 16 when you move out of there?
I was actually, because we moved to Azusa when I was 2. So I was like 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where'd you go after that?
We went to Victorville.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was a culture shock because people don't know this, but Victorville has a large Black population.
Okay.
So I go from being in all white Azusa to go into a large Black population in Victorville. Mm-hmm. So now the Black kids are looking at me and they're like, yo, you sound white. You talk like a white girl.
Right.
You're whitewashed.
Right.
So now I'm looking and they're giving me a hard time.
Yes.
So now I got to go fight my people.
Okay.
Because my people started messing with me.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah, so now I'm just like, I at that point, I didn't know who I liked.
Yeah.
Honestly, like as far as people were concerned, I just got to a point where couldn't stand white folks, of course. Didn't like Mexicans. Yeah. Didn't like Black people now. Yeah. Because at first I'm like, oh yeah, look at all these Black people here. Right. And then next thing you know, I'm just going through it with them. So Victorville was horrible for me. I did not like Victorville.
So no slang, no Ebony talking. Mm-hmm. You like, you from the books.
Yes.
You feel me? And it was an issue.
Yes.
Which we really don't understand why it's like that. Because it's okay to speak proper. It's okay to speak from the books. You know what I mean? So you graduate? No, we left Victorville and then we went to San Dimas. We went to another white town. Okay. And San Dimas was even more white than Azusa. Okay. So now I'm back and can you get any more racist? Jesus. Talk about having it rough. My mom, she just got in her head she didn't want to live around Black people. Okay. And it's sad. Yeah. But she just kind of got it in her head that she didn't want us being raised around Black people. And at the time we moved back to San Dimas, she then got her credentials and became a teacher. Okay. So now, I'm living in a house with a teacher and who is a Christian. She was, very strong Christian, still is. So we're living in this Christian, educated, whitewashed household. Hard. But I knew that wasn't me because my dad still lived in Inglewood. Okay. And I always wanted to go back and visit with him, but we didn't see him often, growing up. We seen him here and there, but I just still, something in me told me that the way we was living wasn't right. Okay. Too much, it was just too much of a clash. Yeah. So heavy. Mm-hmm. So did you go back to your father? Yeah, I graduated from San Dimas High School. And when I graduated from there, I went, I moved in. I went out to Inglewood for a little bit. Okay. But I got in trouble when I went to LA. Okay. Because when you get out there, it moves fast. The streets move fast. Uh-huh. And I got caught up and I started doing some stuff I shouldn't have done. Okay. And I ended up getting arrested. Yeah. I went to jail. I was actually on a first offense because I wouldn't snitch on somebody. Okay. They gave me the full sentence. It was 18 months. Yeah. And I went to prison. I went to Chowchilla. Wow. Yeah. I was in Sybil Brand. Sybil Brand was worse than prison. Okay. That was the city jail. Okay. And then from Sybil Brand, I went to Chowchilla. Yeah. And I was at Chowchilla for, I did most of my time fighting the case. Yeah. And then once I got to Chowchilla, I had a couple months left, so I was there. But they put me on the A yard. Okay. So if you know anything about the A yard, that's with the murderers and that's with the lifers. Yeah, I was with lifers. Do you feel like your offense deserved that? No. To be with them people? Not at all. It was paper. Everything I did was like credit cards and checks. Fraud. Yeah, just stuff like that. Yeah. And they literally, because I wouldn't snitch on somebody, they made sure that I felt every bit of it. So they were going to let you go or just give you like probation or something if you told on somebody? They told me you could go home tonight. We will take you to get a lobster dinner. And mind you, no, I was 19 years old. I was young, and, looking at jail and looking at prison, I was terrified. Yeah.
you know, but I was more terrified of snitching on somebody than I was going to jail.
Yes.
You know, so I you know, when you see what people can do in them streets, you're not snitching on nobody.
You wasn't too green. I mean, you were green, but not too green, obviously, right? And you knew the code, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, what did these people do for you when you didn't speak on them?
Actually, so during the time that I was there, they always made sure that I had money on the books. They sent me boxes. They made sure I was taken care of.
All right.
But when I got out, they opened up a beauty salon for me on Pico and La Brea in LA. So I had Sheer Joy Beauty Salon. I was running that with the person that I didn't snitch on, you know, so we ran that together and it was like the hottest salon in LA at that time.
Well, that rarely happens.
Yeah, that rarely happens. You know, but they saw that, you know, I was true. I was a trooper. I did my time.
Yes.
I was, you know, just in my mind, I wasn't like, you know, it never came across to me to snitch. I was like, I did this. Nobody put a gun to my head.
Right.
Nobody forced me to do the things that I did. I did it on my own accord. So I'm going to just take whatever time is given to me and just do it.
Absolutely. What do you say to the people out there that are struggling and they have those things coming across their table? Like, what do you say to them now that you can look back on life?
Now that I look back on life, don't get caught up. You know, just from the beginning, you know, that and I saw everything going in the direction it was going in. But I really, you know, I have a trauma-filled childhood. Right. So I was very destructive. Okay. So at that time, I didn't care. Right. You know, so when you come from trauma, you run in alignment with trauma. Okay. You know, so I always put myself in positions to be in these bad situations. Yeah. You know, so I say to people now, you know, step back. If you're like looking at something and you know it's illegal and you know it's wrong, just step back and look at it, you know, and then just think about, you know, I'm 52 years old and this happened when I was 19 and I still have a hard time with certain things because I'm an ex-felon, you know, so you really got to stop and think about how this is going to affect you for the rest of your life.
That carries.
The
sentence is longer than the 18 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't go away. Yeah. You know, even right now, having the store, you know, if I wanted a liquor license or, you know, even just there's so many different aspects to it that I get stopped all the time because of that. So that's wild. So it's a burden.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I've overcome because I've accomplished many things after we did the beauty salon. And, you know, of course, we were all fresh in business, didn't know what we were doing, so it didn't survive. But after that, I went to school. You know, I went to school for business, and I went to school for pre-law, and I got my paralegal certification. Yeah. So after that, I just pushed forward, and I was able to, you know, get my insurance license, and that's really hard to do. Okay. And also, I did timeshare, so it's kind of like a real estate license you have to get for timeshare. Yeah. I was able to get that, but you know, I have to write letters. I have to get letters of, you know, people have to
back you.
Yeah, I have to get back letters, and it was a lot that I had to go through. Yeah. But I never stopped. I just kept pushing forward so that I could accomplish these things.
Resilience.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Strength. Those are some of the words that come to mind. You feel me? Where does it come from for you?
So I've been a single mother of 5 children. So when you talk about strength and resilience, you know, and again, that's me, you know, making bad decisions in life with the men that I've chose to have children with, you know, I just always had to step up and be mama, be daddy, you know, be nurse, be chauffeur, pay the bills, cook the dinner, do the laundry. You know, I've always had to do everything on my own. Yeah. But, you know, my kids rarely suffered. You know, I made sure that, you know, I was always out there grinding no matter what. You know, I stayed strong and true to make sure that my kids didn't have to suffer.
Right. So the children.
The children.
Yeah.
That's the strength.
That's the strength. That's what you're reaching for. Okay. Yes. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to, you know, the Vegas scene, have you dealt with any racism here?
You know, it's funny. When I first got to Las Vegas, and like I said, we got here like 98. It was the end of 98, 99. Yeah. And when I first got here, I had a couple of fights in the streets in Las Vegas, like at stoplights.
What?
Because, nigger is a trigger word for me.
Yeah.
So if you're driving down the street and something happened and somebody poked their head out the window and yelled that to you, me automatically, I'm jumping out the car and I'm finna bust you over the head. Yeah. So I've had several altercations here in Vegas because of that. Yeah. But I see now it's not as bad now as it was when I first got here.
Right.
But when we got here,
I dealt with it as a kid growing up here. You know what I mean? Had to go through some things as well. But no, it's not as prominent as it used to be, but you could feel it though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're not going to say nothing, but you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being a black woman in business, how is it for you? In general, overall, how is it for you?
I learned some skills. I sold cars for 20 years.
Okay.
And when you sell cars, when you sell anything, there's certain levels that you learn in sales that help you deal with all people, all types of people, regardless of race or, gender or whatever it is. So I'm a chameleon and I can sit down at the table with anybody and earn their respect. Mm-hmm. So I've been in rooms with white millionaires, and I sit at the table, I sit in a den of snakes, so I could sit down with anybody. And so when people come into my store, even if it's a white man, and instantly the conversation that we start to have, by the time we're done, he's like, oh, geez, I'm going to go tell all my buddies about this place.
Correct.
So that's, I really, within the workplace, I haven't seen it within my business.
Good.
But selling cars, yes. When I used to sell cars, there was people that, didn't want to sit down with me and buy a car because I was a black woman.
Right.
So you have to learn ways of getting around that and earning their trust. Because,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's where the money's at.
So now you have Easy Days Mini Mart, drive-through Mini Mart, right?
Yes.
What can we find in there? What is it about? What are we talking about here?
So I'll start at the beginning. When we first opened up, like I said, we wanted a drive-through, but the building was bigger than we anticipated. So we had a boutique side, and it was up to me to put the boutique together. Okay. So I'm looking at it like, man, there's a lot of products I got to get to put into this place. Okay. So my niece has a coffee company in California. First thing I said was like, well, let's get her coffee on the shelf and I'll just do a consignment with her and she could sell her coffee and then I'll just pay her out. And then I was like, maybe we'll do a consignment program and maybe we'll bring other small black owned businesses specifically in here and let them put their items on the shelf. Yeah. So I did a call out on Facebook. And the response was overwhelming. Okay. I was just really surprised at the amount of people that responded to it. Mm-hmm. So before you know it, I had all these small black-owned businesses coming in. We set up a meet and greet. We get their stuff on the shelves, and we have a consignment program. We open up our doors. And now in the beginning, I had close to 50 small black-owned businesses in the store. Wow. Have their products on the shelf. So right now, we're about 35.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
What all do you have? Like, I know you can't just give me 35 different products, but what all do you have?
Well, we have natural hair and skin products. Okay. We have books. We have crystals. We have jewelry. We have organic tea. We have
that's enough.
That's enough. We have clothing. We have shoes. We have hair. We have lashes.
Got it all.
We got it all. Got it all. When you come in there, really, it's a one-stop shop. We have a lot of items in there.
What's the hottest commodity they come through the drive-through for?
Through the drive-through, mostly for the wraps, for the
they need their blunts,
the swishers, and the
they need to split the swisher.
I know. I think they think I'm not gonna ID them when they come through the drive-through. Yeah. Like, no, you get an ID just the same.
Right. Absolutely. Where are you located?
We're at 4972 South Maryland Parkway. So we're right there on Tropicana and Maryland Parkway, just almost literally across the street from UNLV.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Is there like a reason you chose that area, or did it just pop out at you? How did you choose that area?
Originally we had secured a spot right next to the Fantastic Swap Meet. Okay. And that spot actually had a drive-through, so that's why we had the name drive-through.
Okie indicator.
Yes. And something happened. I guess someone came along bigger than us, and they did a different deal.
Okay.
So now we're frantically trying to find another spot. We had our realtor looking around for us, but we were driving. I knew that area. And I kept saying to myself, you know what, that is, it's abandoned. There's always something open over there.
Yeah.
So I drove over there and we looked at it. I looked in the window. My fiance is like, are you sure? Ex-fiance, sorry. He's like, are you sure this is, there was homeless people sleeping in front and the windows was blacked out. And I was like, yeah, this is it right here.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at UNLV and I'm looking at the strip and I'm looking at where we're at. And I was like, yeah, that's the spot right here.
Yeah. Okay. It did reach out to you.
Yeah.
Reached out and touched you.
It reached out and touched me.
I feel it. So you don't say I, you say we, right? So who are some of the people that are involved with you, if you like to speak on them?
Well, that's the funny part because it is an I thing now.
Okay.
In the beginning it was we.
Okay.
But since starting, it has become I. And right now, pretty much, and when I say we, sometimes too, I'm referring to the vendors in there because I like the vendors to, they kind of help out and just with some of the events that we have, they'll come in and help me out with a lot of different things.
Right.
So that's part of the we as well.
Yeah.
But running day to day, it's me, my son, he's 16, but this boy is a beast. He learned the whole system. And on some days when we're having events, he takes over and I don't have to worry about nothing. He's got it down.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So how hard was it to carry a team or keep a team around?
It's hard. Like, we're called easy days, but there's nothing easy about this thing.
I feel it.
I did not expect it to be this hard, and like I said, we do events. And last year we did a parking lot party almost every Saturday. Okay. So it was having the DJ and having the vendors and getting everything prepared and the setup and then the breakdown and then the cleanup, so it's like you come in and you may come to a pop-up and you see all of that, but you don't see everything else that's going on.
No, you don't.
To get this going and then to break it down. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right now I'm team no days off and I don't want to be on that team.
You're the captain of the
I'm
team.
the captain. Like, we need to bench somebody.
Okay, so speaking of that, what type of help do you need? What type of volunteers do you need? Like, what could you say out there to the public that you may need help with or volunteers with? You may not be able to put them on payroll, but if they can come help, like, what do you need?
Well, right now we're still a year and a half later in this thing, and we still don't have the daily traffic that we need, and I want this thing to survive because it's a vision. I have a big vision for Easy Days. So, at this point, I can't put anybody on payroll, but if people want to come and volunteer when we're doing events, with the setup or the breakdown to help us with things like that, that would be awesome. They can reach out to me and tell me, hey, I heard you on the show and I see you got an event coming up. If you need some help, let me know. That would be, probably the top of the list of the help that we need.
Absolutely. It's a nice parking lot. I can see how you do events over there. You know what I mean? A nice store. It's in sections, so I like that as well. You know what I mean? What kind of events you got coming up now?
So actually Saturday we're having DJ Manny. He's a 16-year-old DJ, and the station he's with, he's been there for 2 years. So they're going to celebrate him. They're going to film. They're going to use our mural as the backdrop. And if you haven't been by to see the mural, you got to come and see the mural because our mural is something special. I'm a side note real quick. I drew it. And I found an artist, his name is Ricky Holmes, to paint that on the wall for me. So he took my drawing and literally put it on the wall beautifully. So they're using that as the backdrop, and they're going to air it on PBS.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be Saturday from 2 to 4.
Dope.
They're going to be filming him DJing, and then I think he said his mom, she traveled with KRS-One.
Yeah.
So there's going to be performances. Okay. So that's happening Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we have coming up on the 28th, we have a African-American book event. So we'll have authors there and, they'll be doing signing and a children's reading corner. And what else do we have? We have Tea and Talk coming up. We have the Art of Vending on May 12th. That's on Thursday. So the Art of Vending, that's when we're going to do a new vendor meet and greet. So anybody out there that is looking to put their products on the shelves of Easy Days, they can come down Thursday and come check us out and see if their product is a fit for our store. So
what are some of the ways to get everyday traffic, though? Are you still learning that, or do you have any ideas that you may need help with?
We're still learning that. Right now, we do advertising with 91.5. So I'm trying to reach out more to UNLV, trying to get the students to come in. As we do a lot of social media, but I know we're going to have to start doing like foot advertising, start passing out flyers. That way the people around in the neighborhood are more familiar with us as well. And I've been wanting to do a commercial, get a jingle. So probably, go a little bit wider into radio and into television. So, and get some billboards up. Certain things that I know we should have did in the beginning, but it's hindsight.
Yeah. But it's 2020.
Yeah.
So this question is real, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 different stores around you. There's a 7-Eleven behind you. There's 2 gas stations in front of you. There's the Vons across the street. There's a Chevron in front of the McDonald's. How do you compete in this corporate corner?
Yeah. Hey, that's the tough part. On a daily basis, I watch our people walk past. walk right past Easy Days and go to, Chevron or go to 7-Eleven or go over to Vons, but a lot of times people do come in and tell me, I didn't know this was Black owned. So that's one thing I'm working on. I'm going to get a Black owned sign to put outside, let people know that this is a Black owned business. So that's going to be one way. Another way is we have to really start pushing our drive through. That's something really unique here. And I don't think people quite understand the concept of it, because in Vegas, a drive-through mini mart, that doesn't make sense, so, but it's, simple. They could go online, they can order their products. By the time they get to the window, I'm standing right there with their bag, holding it out the window, and they just pick it up and go.
Ready to go.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna have to start pushing and letting people know that, yes, you can use the drive-through. If you're trying to get quick stuff, you don't even have to get out your car. You just drive through the window.
Yeah. And also, you're so used to going to these corporate stations. It's not even that I didn't know. It's like I'm not used to going this way. I'm used to going past it. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's been abandoned for so long. Now you're this vibrant place. You know what I mean? And in order for them to see it, yes, you keep doing those events. You keep stepping out in the parking lot. You keep bullhorning it, you know what I mean? Letting them know what's up. You feel me? That's just how it works, because you do have a large community in that area. It's apartments on top of apartments. You know what I mean? And then, yes, you do have UNLV right there. So I believe you keep going, it's going to pop for you.
Yeah, I try sometimes to go on, lean towards a healthier lifestyle. And a lot of times our people, they're not quite with that just yet. I have cigarettes in there and we have, blunt paper, but I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to get rid of the cigarettes and I don't want to do cigarettes anymore. But as I research 7-Eleven and all these other places, their biggest seller is cigarettes and alcohol, and it's really sad because these big corporations, that's what they pound into people's head, to let them know. So that's why they go still to 7-Eleven, because they know they can go get the cigarettes. They know they can go get a beer. I went and sat outside of 7-Eleven one morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. Everybody walked out of there, had a beer. At 7 o'clock, it was 9 o'clock. I'm sorry, 9 o'clock in the morning. You getting a beer, you getting cigarettes, and you getting like their hot foods. I'm like, do you really start drinking beer that early in the
morning?
Welcome
to Vegas.
I was like, okay, I can't compete with that.
They on the slot machine and everything.
They on the slot machine. Yes. Early.
It don't stop. I used to live by 7-Eleven. Yes. That's their breakfast.
That's their breakfast. But I'm trying to have like a little vegan corner. We want to offer little healthy options. So for our people, they're not all the way there yet, but they're venturing into it. Little by little, they're starting to see. So
then you for sure got to get to the college campus, because they're vibrant. They're with the new trend. They're with the vegan options. They're with the organic teas, and you know what I mean? Like, no matter the ethnicity, that's where you're gonna find them at. You know, again, you're with a community who is just used to it.
Sorry.
Okay, so last question. We're gonna go to a commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Why is it important to be known as a Black business?
I feel like there was a major shift in this country for Black businesses, and it really started in 2019. Once that shift hit, a lot of Black females started going into business, and we've become really a thriving, booming commodity right now. So it's important for us to have this self-sufficiency. A lot of Black women have been on these systems. We've been on welfare and food stamps and Section 8, so it's like we have to start being self-sufficient, do for self, and we need to start generating our own income, start building our own generational wealth, start taking our money and keeping it in our communities and within us, and stop giving all of our money to everybody else, because we're not poor.
No.
We have a poor mentality and we have poor spending habits.
Yes.
But we are the largest, the largest spending.
Preach.
Yeah, exactly. We spend $4 trillion a year.
It's upwards now. It's $4 trillion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we spend it on BS. We spend it on, Gucci's and Louis Vuittons and all that. So it's very important for us to put that money back into us and into our communities.
Facts. Yes. Hot Seat with IC Jonez. We got Elena Smith in the building, owner of Easy Days Drive-Thru Mini Mart. We'll be right back. I got to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more from her, okay? Smart woman, amazing. Let's get to it, man. I'll see you in a second on Hot Seat with IC Jonez.
We gon' take it back. Just a message up with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. Just a message up with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. Sweet like now later, pop a lifesaver. God is the greatest. Ignore the haters. Salute to all the hip hop greatest. We got nothing else can fade us. I'ma take it back when we was kids. Hit the playground, I just wanted to dance. Simon says stop, Simon says go. Better beat the street like Paul for show. Tick, tick, tock, and pop, lock. And when we get the pop in, it ain't no stopping. Patty cake, bake a man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. I grew up on banana pudding, peach cobbler, sharing with my friends. They ask me, hey, who do I serve? I serve God, live by his word. Just a messenger with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. Just a messenger with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. No hesitation, earthquake shaking, no limitations. We was born to be greatest. Pour out the haterade in your cup. Destiny, destined to be great. No love. Instead of drowning the sister, build her up. Instead of downing the brother, build him up. And I'm tired of seeing all people locked up. Let freedom ring until it gets stuck. Let the kids play and don't get bucked. Teach them in the way that she go. Now that's what's up. We can lead them to the water. We can make them drink, but we can help create peace so they have room to think. And them selfish ways, that attitude stink. Mental illness is real, so sweep it under your feet. Now they ask me, hey, who do I serve? I serve God, live by his word. Just a messenger with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. Just a messenger with a mic in my hand, and I'ma do what I can to inspire every child, woman, and man. Tick, tick, tock, and pop, lock, and when we get the pop in, it ain't no stopping. Patty cake, bake a man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. We can lead them to the water, we can make them drink, but we can help create peace so they have room to think. We just the chosen few, doing what we call to do. God saved the day, and now the life is filled with better days. Just a message. Just a message. Yo, we all on autopilot. Hey, 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 hey. Autopilot. Give me a bike, I'll ride it. Give me a car, I'll drive it. Hop in a jet and fly it. God bless me, I'll buy it. I got my Bible, I read it. The word of God, I need it. Get you a Bible and read it. The word of God, you need it. I'ma go get her, yeah, I'm bossy. Gotta stay down, 805 saucy. Barely seen the beach, 619. Selfies, all team black SD. Monica Montgomery, that's my sis. YB&B, endorsements. Mess from the you, they stay true. Mess from the you, they stay true. Walk away, no drama today. Keep God first, cause the devil don't play. Walk away, no drama today. Keep God first, cause the devil don't play. Poetic down, keeping them fly. God or nothing, always on mine. Wrong kind everywhere, breathables made. Trusting God, cause the debt's been paid. Autopilot.
Yes, sir. And we're back, man. Hope y'all rock with my people on the playlist. You dig? We back with Elena Smith, owner of. Couple minutes left. I just want her to express just and then where she's located and how to follow her on social media. Miss Lovely Lady, what is your meaning? What do you want people your interview and for Easy Days?
Is the brand. And the first four letters mix that, with elevating us as a people.
Okay.
So once everything just, lines up and it aligns perfectly. So elevate us meant us working together. And I've created this space now where we're literally under one roof, working together, selling our products together. And, I've heard that there's been others in this city that have done it before me. Kimberly Bailey, people tell me about her a lot. Mm-hmm. And there's also Kenya Young with Marlon's Closet. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of us doing this. But the ideal behind what I'm doing is us coming together, working together, and, starting to uplift us as a people so we can stop being at the bottom of the barrel all the time. Mm-hmm. One person coming up is great, mm-hmm. but if we all come up together, then we can really start doing some stuff. We can start making some noise and we can start, getting out of the position and situations that we're in as a people.
Right. Shout out to Kim and Kenya. Both of those are my people. So much love and a shout out, She heard about y'all, so that's something right there. You feel me? Okay, and today, we've had a great interview, I feel, Overall, what do you want people to take away from today?
What I want people to take away is we need your support. We need the support of the Black community. Okay. So we need everyone to, start coming out, patronizing. I don't care if you come in and buy some Skittles or a drink or get some sea moss, just come in, see the store, and tell everybody that you know about us so that we can survive. Also, we have these events, and just start coming out to the events and see what we're doing out here. We're doing a lot. We've had some really good events, and we plan on having a lot more really, really good events. So I just want everyone, I want the Black community of Las Vegas to know that you have a Black-owned store. You have a Black-owned mini mart that has Black-owned products that are specific to you, to your hair care needs, and to your skin needs. My skin right now is glowing because I use everybody's products. in that store. So we're not using chemical filled stuff that they put out there on the markets for us that causes cancer. This is all natural made products for us, and you can find them at Easy Days. So come to the store, come check us out, and just, come in and shop with us.
Where are you located again?
All right. Once again, we're at 4972 South Maryland Parkway. So it's Maryland Parkway in Tropicana. If you see Domino's Pizza, we're in the same parking lot as Domino's. And also, I just want to say, when we moved in, like I said, it was abandoned. But now within that complex, there's about 10 small Black-owned businesses in there. Yeah. Not only that, there's a Nigerian Caribbean restaurant in there as well. So there's, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're over there trying to make, our name in that little complex over there.
Yes.
So we're here and we're representing.
Absolutely. And how do they follow you on social media?
So on social media, under Facebook, it's Easy Days Drive-Through Mini Mart. And on IG, it's Easy Days _drive_through _mini mart. So I know it's long.
No, they can find it, though. It'll pop up even without the underscores.
Yeah. Once you type in Easy Days, you're going to see that logo. The logo is just, a little round Easy Days with this Sunrise Mountain and the cityscape. So you'll see it. And then we're even on Twitter. We're at Easy Days MM. So we're out there.
Absolutely. Is there a website to order from?
Yes. You could go to www.easydaysminimart.com. On that website, I have an event page, so you can see all the events that we have coming up. You'll see all of the Black-owned businesses we have in there, and then you'll also be able to order online for your pickup at our drive-through window.
Absolutely. You got a phone number?
Yes, 702-749-8977. That's to the store. And I give out my personal, 702.
Go ahead, then, girl.
724-3118. You can always contact me for any events that we have coming up. If you want to be a vendor, or if you're interested, again, like I said, in getting your stuff in the store, you can always contact me. You can always come down and see me. I'm open. I'm there. I'm pretty much at the store every day, so not hard to find.
Absolutely. Now, for my last bit, I want you to look in the camera ahead of you, right? And I want you to inspire the women out there today in 2022.
Yes. The biggest inspiration that I can leave for the women out there today is, we are a resilient group of women. We don't take no for an answer. We go out there and we do what we have to do. I know it's hard. Money is hard. Living is hard. It's hard taking care of our families. And I understand that. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But don't let that be your end all. Keep pushing through no matter what. Jump over those obstacles. It's going to seem like it's so high and you can't get over it. That's the song. But it doesn't matter. Keep going. Keep pushing. Don't let none of this that we have facing us hold you back, because that's what they want. They want you to sit down. They want you to do nothing with your life. They want you to be on welfare. They want you to be on Section 8, because then you're not self-sufficient. You're not doing for yourself. And then all you are is an employee for somebody. Get past that stigma. Go do for yourself. Get up no matter what situation you think you're in. I don't care if you're close to homelessness, whatever it is. Get up. Go make something happen. Starts with your imagination. Whatever it is you imagine that you can do it. So start with your imagination, go back into your childhood, go deep and think about those things that you love and those passions that you have, and make it happen. Just go do it.
Hey, look at that. I hope y'all inspired today, man. Inspire one to inspire all. You feel me? Shout out Just Be My Guy. I'm about to go shoot this video, y'all. So if y'all want to tap in with me, man, come holler at me. I'll be downtown. DM me. Let me know what's happening. You know what I mean? Godson is the song. So tap in. It's on Rough Around the Edges. You feel me? I enjoyed both my special guests today, man. Shout out Ronnie T of Triple T Clothing. Tap in with my guy, tripletclothing.com. And, of course, sis right here, you feel me, Elena Smith, Easy Days, Mini Mart. You feel me? So tap in. Y'all got the address. Y'all got the phone number. Y'all got the website. Y'all got the social medias. Please send some people over there, even if you're not in the area. You know what I mean? Send some people over there that is. And if you ever in the area of the Strip, she be open almost to like midnight sometimes. So get on over there, and if not, she'll be there when you put in your order. You feel me? So let it be known, man. We supporting each other, okay? Hot Seat with IC Jonez. You know I'm here every Thursday and Friday, 12 to 2. You know what it do on Room Service Radio. God bless. Love y'all. Peace.